Sound Transit's West Seattle and Ballard Link extensions will provide fast, reliable light rail connections to dense residential areas and job centers throughout the region. Light rail is a sizable investment in a community's mobility. Station planning helps to define how this investment is designed and developed to be functional, accessible, and supportive of a community's vision for the future. This project will serve West Seattle and Ballard and neighborhoods in between. This includes a new downtown Seattle light rail tunnel to provide capacity for the entire regional system to operate efficiently. Here are the current routes and station locations that we're studying. Starting from the north on the map, we'll study elevated and tunnel alternatives in Ballard and elevated routes through Inner Bay, tunnel routes and stations through South Lake Union, downtown, and the Chinatown International District, surface and elevated alternatives through SoDo, elevated alternatives across the Duwamish Waterway and into Delridge, and finally, elevated and tunnel options into the Alaska Junction in West Seattle. Please visit our website at wsblink.participate.online. wsblink.participate.online for more detailed maps of the alternatives we'll be studying. Station planning addresses how a light rail station interacts with and supports the patterns of city life surrounding it. We look at how people access the station on other modes of transit, like the bus, and we work with the providers of those services to understand how large transit vehicles operate through the station area. We also look at how people get to the station on foot and by bike, and how to provide a safe, understandable approach to the station entry. We also think about the existing and future conditions, both in terms of traffic and circulation, but also the surrounding buildings and uses. When stations are planned with context in mind, they can help preserve and enhance community values. Many interests are involved in station planning, but two are in particularly critical leadership positions. Sound Transit delivers and operates light rail transit service. We are responsible for alignment and station location decisions, guideway and station design, and environmental review of project impacts. The City of Seattle is responsible for community planning and station access, land use and zoning, and street and right-of-way use. In addition, both the City of Seattle and Sound Transit work closely with King County Metro to ensure that transfers between bus and light rail are prioritized. Sound Transit and the city have distinct roles in ensuring that a station is successful, but many of the decisions we have to make are interdependent and need to come from a shared vision. Building that shared vision involves you, the community, as you will be using the station and surrounding station area. This is why Sound Transit and the City of Seattle are partnering to co-plan the stations with you. We want to find out what is important to you, and to work together to ensure that our station designs and future plans account for that. Sound Transit and the city have been working over the past year to frame this co-planning partnership. Again, Sound Transit is focused on the design and delivery of the station itself, which is represented in the image to the left. The City of Seattle has jurisdiction over the larger service area, or station area, which is represented in the images to the right. This is the area surrounding the station within a 10-minute walk, which is approximately half a mile. Where the city and Sound Transit overlap, and where our decisions are critically linked, is represented in the center image, the 2 to 3 blocks around the station, which we are calling the station context. This is the focus area of our co-planning effort. Our co-planning process is intended to result in a station context framework that includes the footprint of the station and the adjacent blocks and streets. Over the next several years, we will be engaging you and working together to figure out how people will access the station, where vehicles will circulate and stop, and how the station relates to the surrounding community. Beyond crafting a shared vision for how the station will work, The station context framework can also help us identify and resolve design issues earlier through collaboration with the community, clarify responsibility between public agencies for station area investments, streamline permitting, and ultimately deliver the project on schedule. This image tells the story of what we are working toward. It is an example from the downtown Redmond link extension, where we worked extensively with partners to develop an urban design for the station context. The colorful map shows the main features of the station, including entries, the platform, support structures, and plazas. It also shows circulation patterns for pedestrians, bikes, and vehicles, and where buses, paratransit vehicles, and private vehicles stop. Finally, it shows how the streetscape and public realm are configured to relate to surrounding buildings. We're setting the stage for the development of a specific urban design for every station along the corridor by engaging with communities to understand how people move around the neighborhood and what features are desired for the station and its context. There are many ways to stay engaged with the project. You can participate in a neighborhood forum, online open house or workshop, and share your feedback with project staff. Request a briefing to your community group. Stop by our booth at neighborhood fairs and festivals, or you can email or call the project team with your questions. Based on continued guidance, one of our strategies to stay connected with you is to replace in-person events with online meetings and provide additional opportunities for you to get updates digitally. As a reminder, the next formal comment period for the project is coming up in early 2021 when we publish the draft EIS. Want to learn more? Check out our other videos about the project, environmental review, available on our website at soundtransit.org/WSB link. That's soundtransit.org/WSB LINK.